Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Chibos. So today I'll be putting you guys through step by step how to go about the cutting and the sewing of this stretch bubu kaftan dress with scrub v-neck and two side slits. If this is what you're interested in, stay tuned and watch till the end. It's going to be very beginners friendly. Don't forget to give me thumbs up and also like and subscribe to my channel. So this is the material I'll be working with. This is 6 years of Ankara fabrics I'll be working with. So I went ahead to first of all fold it into two from the closed part, fold it into two, and also from the end tip I also went ahead to fold it again to achieve a total of 4 layers of fabrics, as you can see here. So I'll be working with a length of 60 inches plus 2 inches for the hemming. Okay, so I went ahead to get the full length. So the next thing I went ahead to do now is to determine the width the neck width. So I'm working with a neck width of 3.5 inches, but I went ahead to mark 3 1/4 so that by the time I join the neck, it's go with 1/4 inches. It's going to be a total length of 3.5, and also came up by 1 inches for the neck depth for the back. Okay, for the back neck depth. So I marked it together because I'm still going to be working on the front neck. Okay, so now I went ahead to curve it. So now I'm working with the round sleeve of 24 inches, of 26 inches, sorry. Then divided by 2 is going to be giving me 13 inches plus 1 inches, which is 14 inches. The 1 inches is for the joining of the sides. Okay, then I went ahead to roll it, as you can see. Now the next thing I went ahead to do was that I placed my tape here. This dress is not going to be having a shoulder slant. Okay, it's not going to be having a shoulder slant like doing 1 inches. I'm not doing that. It's going to be a cut together. It's going to be a cut together. So leaving my tape at the shoulder line, I went ahead to locate my hip line. So I'm working with a hip line of 28 inches. So now pay attention to what I want to explain to you. When you are taking your client's measurements here, it's either you find the biggest part of the measurement of the body now to take the measurement, to take the round, to take the circumference of the measurement. So when I was taking my client, when her hip happened to be the biggest of her measurement of her circumference measurement, so I went ahead to extend the tape large, make it circle, make it wide. Okay, it's either you take the body fitted of the biggest measurement of the person, so that when you divide it into 4, you can go ahead and add 4, 5 or 6 inches to it, or you extend the tape very wide. So me, I went ahead to extend the tape very, very wide. So me, because her total of her hip is 52 inches, so after extending it, I was able to achieve 62 inches. Yeah, that's what her total circumference, that's the total circumference of her biggest measurement I'm using here. Okay, so there will be no need for me to be adding like 4 inches or 5 inches here. So I went ahead to divide it into 4, and that is what I've gone ahead to mark at the hip and also at the hem, and extended it all the way to the round sleeve, and I went ahead to mark it straight. Now where I'm marking here is where the sleeve length is going to be stopping. Okay, that is the total. I'm using the whole material as the total length of the sleeve length. Okay, so I went ahead to cut to cut the neck line. So the folding of this thing, what I used to do the folding is the sleeve length, which is the end of this material. You can see the end part of the material is that is the end front of the material. Now is what I used as a sleeve length. Okay, now I went ahead to cut it all the way from the hem now to get and stop at the round sleeve. Okay, I cut it out all the way to the round sleeve. Okay, so now I'm working with the front neck now. So I want to separate the front and the back. Can you see that? So I'm going to try to minus 1 inches. Minus 1 inches that I measured earlier on, to get the full length of the neck depth of the front. Because the front neck depth, I'll be working with the neck depth of 9 inches. Then I went in by 1 inches. Okay, by 1 inches. Yeah, can you see that? Then from the 1 inch I went in and now cut it all the way to the ends of the neck line, as you can see. So go ahead and determine your own neck depth, how you want it to be. So can you see what our neckline is, our front V neck is looking like? So it's a cut together with the front and back. So this is the back and the front. So I went ahead to cut this is a crepe fabric that I have already. So I went ahead to cut it, cut it long, and I went ahead to iron interface on it. Okay, so now I'm working with a total of 3.5 inches here. Then when you fold it, it's going to be 3, like it's going to be 2, 1/4. Okay, so by the time I join it, it's going to amount to total of 2 inches. So on the for the sleeve of the dress, so for the black material, I also went ahead to cut, to cut the fabrics on, so I cut it, and I now went ahead to fold some parts inside that I'll be using to be top stitching on it. Okay, so it's a total length, it's going to be total width of 2 inches after sewing it. So now I went ahead to sew it, to sew the sleeves, and also I went ahead now to pin round the neck, as you can see. So I'm pinning the neck with, pinning round with the neck. So but what I did before pinning was that I extended this black material now by 1 inches. I did set exactly where the neck stopped. I made sure that I extended, I left 1 inches before pinning. That's from where the length of the neck stops. I left 1 inches and pinned it. The reason is because I'm going to be sewing on that 1 inches. Okay, so I want ahead to sew it, and this is what it's looking like. So pay very close attention to what I want to tell you here. As you can see, can you see that? So what I want to do here now is very important. So I want ahead to cut out the excesses, then i I left like 1 inches, the same way I left 1 inches before sewing it. So now I went ahead to notch it inward, okay, with 1/4 inches. Just be very careful in this side, on this part. Now this part is very, 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 very delicate. So I went ahead to tuck it in. Can you see that? Just go ahead and tuck it in, and make sure you iron everything to stay in place, and let it be flat, so that when you sew it, one part won't be looking funny and all those stuffs. So I went ahead to make sure that everything is lying very, very flat. Please guys, if you have watched this video so far, that means it's very interesting. Please, can you give me thumbs up, like, comment, share, and also subscribe to my channel to get a long way from me, and I really love that. So I went ahead to flip it over. Can you see that? So to get a perfect stitching, I went ahead to use my ruler to mark where I'll be sewing on. That is it. So now I went ahead to sew it, and I've also gone ahead to sew to sew the sleeve as well. Can you see? Now can you see the sleeve and the neck? Everything looking very fine. Now the next thing I will go ahead to do is to place my tape at the shoulder. Now can you see that? Place the tape at the shoulder to get to where I'll be infusing my pocket. So I marked 19 inches, and from the 19 inches I'll be marking 6.5 inches, okay, for that is where the length of the pocket now. And also went ahead to sew the sides and join the sides. Now the next thing I went ahead to do, just pay attention to what I want to do here. Okay, now I added 2 inches earlier on when I was taking the length of the dress as 2 inches. I ended 2 inches earlier on, so I went ahead to measure the 2 inches. Can you see? I went ahead to adjust until I get to the 2 inches now. Now from where the 2 inches stop, I'll go up by how many inches I want the slits, where I want the slits to stop. Okay, so I want the slit to be at 15 inches, because she don't want it to go up too much, So then go ahead and determine how long you want your slits to be. Okay, so I want her to mark it. After marking it, so I want her to mark 1 inches from from the sleeve, from the round sleeve down. Then when I get to where I made the mark of the 19 inches for the pocket joining, I skipped it, and also I skipped it. So now this is, I've gone ahead to sew it, and this is the outcome of our pocket, of the pocket openings. I also went ahead to cut the pockets that I'll be infusing on the pocket allowance, the place I left for pocket so now I went ahead to cut out the pockets that I'll be putting there. Can you see that? So I want also to give it a slant from the down, give it a pocket shape, so now I also want to cut the second one, and sew them and turn it over, and also want to fix it on the dress. And this is what our dress is looking like. Okay, sorry that the pocket did not show. I didn't feature the area that I sew the pocket, and if and put it what if